Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, D Funk, thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. I got something nice for you today. I'm back in the book. You know the deal. I got the hat on. We trying to teach. So you don't seem to like the lessons, but I'm giving them. So it is what it is. So let's do what we do. Rightism. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I'm giving life lessons, sometimes from the book, sometimes from the dome. But you seem to appreciate them, so you do what you do. I appreciate you tuning in. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. You know how we do. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. That's what I do for you. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself, and always to Maya be true. We're going to talk about today, right thinkers, let's talk about single supreme transcendental being, aka we know him as high gods and goddess manifesting as what? As Trinity. I was one, I became three. Okay? And we're going to start off with, let me show you the sign right here. I like to show you pictures. Now this is Ra in his boat by himself, okay? He's called the High God and the High Goddess. The male, the High God, females, a goddess. But there were several High God and Goddess systems in ancient Egypt. Mythology. Remember, we're talking mythology here. High God means that the highest God or goddess within that particular system of theology or the area that they've been teaching it at is considered to be the original deity from which all others emanate. As cosmic forces, we know it as nature or the universe. Thus, Asar is known as who? Pa-Neter, or the God, high God, and creation is composed of the cosmic forces in which originated from the high God, aka Asar. The cosmic forces are known as Neters, or gods and goddesses, or the Paute. It is important to understand that the high God and goddess, as well as the Egyptian trinities, originated from the same transcendental supreme being, the one which was without name or form, but was referred to as who? Where we at? Referred to as, right, we got Neter, meaning one, or Neteru, Neters or Neters, supreme being, being above all gods and goddesses, aka Nabercha, the absolute, the all-encompassing. I got a lesson for that coming up too, but that's what the concept is. And there were several forms, what, of the Trinity in ancient Egypt. Religion dependent again on the geographical locality. Here we go, which where the teachings were espoused. They included Amun, Mut, and Kansu. That was Newt. Remember the theme concept? You got Ptah, Setmet and Nefertim. That was the Memphite theology, right? Then you got the Anuian. That's what we're doing here. However, the most popular trinity throughout all of ancient Egypt was that one of Asar, Aset, and Haru. That's what we're doing right now, okay? And in this manner, the initiate, right, thinkers, you need to understand that all of the gods, all of them, God and goddess, are really in reality just symbols with names and forms, which represent the divine in the very manifest forms of nature, again, and the universe. Now, this produces two aspects. Format of religion, in which there is a personal aspect and a transpersonal aspect of God. The universal God that everybody believes in, that everybody can, yeah. But when you have your own interaction with God, you and God become one. That's you knowing thyself. That's the concept that they try to get, and that's what they live by. Their biggest fear, their biggest nightmare was what? To not to know themselves and die twice with what? Due to ignorance of themselves. They took pride in having self-knowledge, okay? And watch this. You got your personal aspect of God. Again, the universal one that we all talk about, but your personal interaction with God, the blessing that he give you for you doing what you do according to him, you know that for yourself. That's how it's done. The personal aspect is fixed on what? In time and space, right here, with a name and a form. My God in physical form is right there. He's passed on, so he's still my God. Well, he's still my creator. He's still going to be with me until this life is over, and then I'll be somebody else's creator and their God moving on. That's traditional. That's life. But this form, watch this, is readily understood by the masses. They consider y'all to be ignorant, so they take the secrets and the enlightenment and they hide it of human beings with ordinary spiritual awareness, and is used in myths and stories to educate. Again, to educate, not to try to fool you with some superstitious BS. You need to know you and God are the same. Our ancients knew that. The second aspect is the transpersonal side. It points our what? Interest towards what? That which lies beyond the symbolic form. This is the unmanifest form of the divine as it is expressed in the mystical teachings of religions, mythology. Thus, the high God is a personal symbol or representation with a name and form of the nameless, formless, unmanifest, and transcendental supreme being. We all know of him. We all believe in him. But until you have your own experience, it's just a belief. We don't do belief. We did gnosis. That means to know what? Through experience. Blessings are your experience that God is doing what? Something. Why? Because you did something to earn that, and only he know what you need. That's why my pastor said, God knows your heart. Truer words ain't never been spoken. But they see it from a religious aspect. I understand that, but no, he understands it. Big difference, okay? To say something and not understand what it means, than to say something and live it. That's how you understand what it means. That's gnosis. That's to know. And when you know God for yourself, you know thyself. That's my goal. That's the mission. Let's go. I'm trying to get it any way I can. This is a good lesson. Now, your high gods, the single supreme deity, the transcendental being, Planeta. Okay, we went through that. Now, we're going to deal with the Trinity, the manifested. You got God is Amen, hidden, Ra, visible, Ptah, in the flesh. That's God broken down from spirit to matter. Spirit being to physical being, human being, man. And it's still in there in what? In spirit and in recognition and in the flesh. So let's break it down again. Now you got Asar, Aset, and Haru. The transcendental absolute spirit is what we're dealing with now. And spirit gives rise to what? The high gods and goddesses. All of the God and goddesses in the Enod, which is the god, the 9 gods, they have emanated from what? This most hidden Amun and transcendental realm, which is the Nabercha God. This realm is the source. Listen, this realm is the source of all that has been and all that will ever be. It is the sustaining force which supports and maintains creation at every moment. When the Supreme Divinity decides, watch this, to end the present cycle of creation, what the end is that when Krishna wakes up, the world is destroyed. And when he goes to sleep, the world begins again. The same concept with God, but we say that he's dreaming. He's asleep. When he wake up, everything sucks back up. When he go back to sleep, we come back out. Like when the cat's away, the mouse, a great concept. But we're all in God's mind. Just like when you go to sleep, you're going to dream about whatever's in your mind. At one time, we used to connect each other's dream. Why? Telepathically. We don't use that no more, so we lost it. The phrase is, if you don't use it, you will lose it. Knowledge is something that we stopped using, so that's what we had to get back. That's my job. I'm trying to do the best I could. Let's go. And now, the entire cosmos will receive what? Back into the most hidden realm of the noon with nothing. Okay? When Newton and Gad was like this, ain't nothing going on. Okay? Now, and that would be what they call the end of a cycle of creation. It is often termed, you ready for this? As the flood. Okay? Or the period of dissolution. Meaning things went real bad. Okay? Not Armageddon, apocalypse. Okay? But thus, all beings is emanations from what? The supreme deity are destined to what? Return to the source. What they said right there, let me put a pin for a second. Hope I can make this point right quick. What they said is what's in you, which is spirit, your soul. When the physical body dies, if that soul have gained conscious from the physical person who it was in, it gets to know the heart-mind coherence. You make that connection. You know thyself. When the physical body is over, the spirit now, which knows itself, knows to go home, not to reincarnate. Hope you understand the concept. And they was fluent and they was good with this because they break it down every which way you can have it in all points to what? Gaining self-knowledge to what? Go home. Other than that, you keep here wandering around. Your spirit just keep wandering around. It don't know itself. That's why becoming conscious is the whole name of the game from our angels to us. They left us the one phrase, know thyself. That's important. In order for us to get the next life, we need to do that. That's what they left us. Okay, moving on. Now, and you return, your spirit destiny is to return to its source of all creation in much the same way, watch this, as in a dream when it recedes back into your consciousness. When you sleep, you think it's real because it's all where in the mind. It's all mental. Again, I keep telling you that. So when you wake up, now you're conscious of the physical world, but what happened to the dream world? That's the concept. Okay, hope you understand that. I'm trying to make it best I could. But when a person, again, wakes up, in this sense, the primeval ocean is consciousness. And it's like the mental, again, it's mental substance of an individual human being, meaning this thing right here. Sorry. Just as the world created in your dream is absorbed back, like I was trying to explain to you, into your consciousness, because now you're woke, your conscious no longer reflects in the mind upon waking up. The dream was gone. Where'd it go? Recede it back into your consciousness. Until what? Till you call it back out and you go back to sleep again tonight. Simple. So to the cosmos is absorbed into what? The supreme being's conscious. Thus there is a supreme what? All-powerful being from which what? Not even a single atom escapes. He knows all. Again, That's why I rock the I. All seeing. Thus, watch this. Thus there is supreme all power, okay, but however, there we go, however, this realm can only be what? Discovered how? You ready? Through purity of heart. Living, acting, virtuous, righteous, and your heart will purify through a selfless service. That means doing the right thing. When? Daily. Upon making what? This said discovery, that's ding, 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 ding. That's when you become conscious of yourself, know thyself, and what happened. They call it spiritual enlightenment. Excuse me. It is said what? That the world has now come to an end. What? Your unconscious world, you become conscious of the real world. And this is what? This is because those who have self-discovery, the what? The truth. Thyself and God are one. Those who do that reach Nihas, become spiritual enlightened, who's anointed with the knowledge of God. Yeah, Christ conscious, all that stuff. But when you live it and become it, watch this, the absolute reality which transcends what? The plane of existence in the physical third dimension which we live in. Now you understand creation as a dream or what? Mental projection of God. Having acquired, now you become anointed. Why? You consciously know you are anointed with knowledge of self, and having acquired said knowledge, this wisdom that you have now, it means that what? That you, the person, has now attuned your consciousness to who? God, aka my favorite, God consciousness, or some Christians call it Christ conscious, because y'all think Christ is God. I don't care. But when you become, how you get it, I don't give a good hoot. I know how I got it, and if you got it, we understand. So I'm going to respect the fact that it's Christ conscious, God conscious, right thing of philosophy, Christianity, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't make a difference to me. But get it. And you have what? Discovered now that what? You are and always were what? One with the divinity. I want to drop the pen right there. Because if that don't say what I'm trying to say to you, I got no more to say to you. I'm going to wrap it up because I'm all done. Now there is what? No more what? Egoism. The ego has been controlled. Okay? There is only what? God consciousness, awareness of what? The universe as being what? The emanation and of what? The one, you being part of one of the supreme divinity who is in the heart of all his creation, mainly man and woman. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. I know it was quick. I want to make it quick. Hope I got my point across. I got some more for you. You know the deal. But this is all from the book. I try to take my time and break it down for you as we go. We only on page 49. I'm about to bring the other half to you in another lesson. The substratum of creation. I'm going to break down again the God and Goddess concept for you so you can hopefully understand it better. So what? You can manifest it for yourself and know who? Thyself. That's the lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. Right thinkers in closing. May all right thinkers live to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I never know that my right thinkers have passed away. I'll be right back.